Okay, so today we're going to make MiniBrute patch number 2. That is the metal base by Victor Morello. It's made to be a base patch, but it works well as a plucked lead 2. And that is straight out of the MiniBrute cookbook. You can see right here. Turn up the sawtooth in the mixer to beef up the sound. So we're going to start, first of all, with a null patch, right? As always, basically nothing going on. I have my mixer, or my cutoff, my filter cutoff set about medium, just to kind of, so you can still hear something, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn up the triangle oscillator, or we're going to turn up the oscillator 1, the triangle wave, so that we have some kind of tone. All right, now we're working with something. Now we're getting somewhere, right? Sort of. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the filter all the way down. Well, now we have nothing. Why would we do that? Well, we're going to make it do something. So first of all, we need to adjust how much modulation is going to happen. Okay, we need to turn the modulation on, essentially. It's already pre-wired in the MiniBrute, so all you have to do is turn the knob, and there you go. We're going to turn the decay up a little bit so that there's actually some movement. Ha! Right? If we turn the frequency modulation knob back to neutral, well, this ain't doing nothing because the filter's just where it's at. So this controls how much of your ADSR envelope actually controls this filter, okay? So you want to put it up a little bit, give yourself some movement. Now we're also going to put a little bit of release on it. Now, it's not in the cookbook this way. It is kind of like, I like to add a little bit of decay to the amplitude, because that way you actually have some time for that release to do its thing. Just a little bit. Okay? So now the next thing, it's like, that's pretty good, but it's pretty static. So what we can do is we can turn up the pressure modulation to the cutoff frequency. Okay, that's pre-wired in the MiniBrute. So you're going to turn up attenuator 1, which is pre-wired to go from the pressure modulation, which is how much you push on the pads, or if you have I have the MiniBrute 2S, which is the sequencer version. The MiniBrute 2 is just like it's like a piano. It's got keys on it. I opted for this version because I can't play piano to save my life, but I can program drums and stuff like that, so I can program stuff in. So, right? So we can kind of control what happens with that sound. I'm going to turn this up just a little so I can hear. Right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Good. It's still there. All right, good. So now you have a pretty basic bass patch. Let's take it one step further. Instead of using the pressure to control the cutoff, let's use the velocity of our note to control the cutoff. So we're going to take from the velocity, which is modulator 1, and we're going to go to attenuator 1, which is already pre-wired to go to the cutoff. So now, the pressure doesn't matter. The velocity of the note matters. So that way, you get maybe a little less control over how the note comes out, but it becomes a little more consistent, right? So maybe you don't have the most consistent hands. Well, you can change the way that the synth actually works. It's one of the beauties of having a synth like this, is from a functionality standpoint, you can do a bunch of different things with it. But also, you just get a lot of nice tone out of it, right? And then, like it says, turn up that saw wave. Or you can take it one step further and use oscillator 2. Because you'll have two simultaneous saw waves that are actually not quite tuned perfectly to each other. Right? So there you go. There's the metal bass. That's the range everybody wants to hear it at, right? Right? There you go.